Los Angeles Coliseum, a place traveler calls home, and the crowd loves to fight on when supporting the USC Trojans. A Big Ten showdown is coming. Conference implications aplenty that could resonate for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the Michigan State Spartans taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Spartans will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Trojans offense has the ball first today. And we've been really eager to see this matchup. This quarterback against an elite defense. Jesse, what does a quarterback have to keep in mind when you face a group like this?
Well, he's just going to have to be dialed in. He's had a lot of success this year so far. This is a different animal than this defense he's playing. He's got to be really good with his decision-making, throwing it, running it, pre-snap, post-snap. You make one mistake against this defense, David, they make you pay.
Yeah, they're a fun defense to watch, and this is a fun challenge for their defense, too, because it's an elite quarterback, right? Like, they can make you look like you're not as good as you've been all season long, so I'm looking forward to seeing this matchup and who wins it.
Calls and fires complete to the right. And he was able to run through a tackle. They finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk, and on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
They'll go to the ground. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
The Trojans with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Off the play fake. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. Sparty's defensive front is dominating. They have a great history of doing that.
Yeah, getting after the quarterback, man. Getting off the football, getting upfield, being disruptive, being a great defense that can stop the run and find the quarterback. Man, that's what you like to see if you're a Spartan.
He's going to throw deep right side. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Trojans will punt this one away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. The Spartans offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And after that performance last week, Jesse, it'll be interesting to see if they can get the big tight end as involved as he was a week ago.
He really did. He was good out in the field. He was good down near the red zone. He's a matchup problem that you know this quarterback is going to be trying to find early in this game. The defense has to have a plan for him, David. It'll be interesting to see how they try to defend him.
Right, and that's the problem. It's so hard when your best playmaker is a tight end to plan for him, because how you treat him is everything, and they can still run the football with him, and they can still throw it to him, and he's just a nightmare matchup. And you want to slow him down, like make some of those easy touches a little bit harder for him, but you know he's going to get his.
The give out of the gun. Fighting off the defender. He showed off the stiff arm, but apparently he needed a couple more. A lot of defenders around to stop him. This new Big Ten is balanced and deep, and you're not going to get many mulligans. You're going to need to get off to a quick start.
And it's going to be a physical grind ahead. Look at the schedule for these teams. It's brutal. each and every week you are going to get tested. So it's important they get off to a really fast start. They've got to come out, take everything they did on the practice field this offseason, and let these guys go play.
Yeah, and you got to let it rip, man, because that's always your first goal, right? We talk about conference championships, winning your conference, and then it gets you to where you need to go. So looking forward to getting conference play kicked off in the Big Ten.
They punted away on 4th down. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. From the gun, running back gets the give. And he knocked him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Got 3 on first down and 2nd and 7. Looking for a man. It's Mayava. Pulls it in. It's Sanders. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Shotgun snap. Wants to throw it on 3rd. Trying to escape and get it himself. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. The Trojans decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. On the move. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
Man, you can tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan, and the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand, and more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Got it in the middle, it's Belly. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
Right there, I think you need a better play call. You got to help your quarterback out a little bit because the throw has got to at least make it to the sticks. On that last play, you're basically trusting the guy to make a few dudes miss in order to go pick up that first down. I think you need to start being a bit more aggressive here when these 3rd downs present themselves.
Big man has it. It's a first down and more. And the Spartans get enough for the first down. The definition of 4-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about.
And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Looking to pass. It's Childs. The screen. He can go. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
We're getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down. The Spartans will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch is made at the 15-yard line, and that's where they'll start this drive. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3 and out the last time they had the ball. Quarterback on the keeper. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, and a great job by the defense, holding the line of scrimmage, playing downhill, playing responsibility football, making sure they shut down that option.
Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Finds his tight end. And just a short and safe pass play, they pick up a few.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit, and let's keep going.
Snap from the gun on third down. Zips it out to his man. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling.
It's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there. It's now a fresh set of downs.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. To the ground with the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
You know, when you're running counter, those offensive linemen crashing down, they've got to be able to pin those interior D linemen. They couldn't get it done there. They gave up too much penetration, and that led to the tackle for loss.
Fires to the wideout. A beautifully placed ball to the outside, and the toe drag for the big pickup. And the Trojans in the hurry up.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
It's complete. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Scanning the field, it's Mayava. Quickly out to the tight end. And they'll move the chains, and a good way to wrap up the first quarter. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. They've got a first down here to open the period. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the catch. Tackle is made after the catch, but it'll set up first and goal from the 7. The Trojans trying to cash it in on first and goal. Around the end, it's Sanders. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, there's just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
Touchdown, Southern Cal! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity.
Can't start a game any better than that. Defense gets the stop, gives it back to the offense. You march down the field, you score. They are in a great rhythm now on both sides of the ball.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Purdue is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. If that quarterback can find a little magic a la Bob Greasy, this might not be over just yet. They're trailing by 11 to Notre Dame. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
I think if you're the quarterback moving forward, you need to start thinking about hot routes to your tight ends and to your running backs because of this outside linebacker. He's a guy that has shown the knack to get after the QB. When he comes blitzing, you need to have an outlet throw.
Pickoff! What a play to set him up! Touchdown, Trojans! What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that! Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here and make something happen on this side of the football.
The Big Ten schedule sort of ate these guys up last year. They're looking for a better performance this time around.
Yeah, and it eats a lot of people up, obviously being such a tough conference. But if you look at the way you start the season, a lot of times, man, that's when you build your momentum. That's when you build your confidence. If you can hang around, be competitive, sometimes the way you start, Palmer, it just lays out the rest of the season for you.
And they know they've just got to be a lot more physical this year. That schedule did beat them up last year, but take a look at this year's schedule. A lot of those same teams, they're right there again. They're going to get another crack at them. They've got to be better in the trenches this season if they want to win a Big Ten championship.
Looking to throw, it's Childs. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Marsh. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Sends it back in motion. Leaves it with the back. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. And the Spartans with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. The Spartans lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. They'll try to get it through the air. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. Touchdown, Sparty. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Everybody talks about getting off to a great start, but if you start building steam, David, that can work too.
No doubt, man, and sometimes it snowballs. But what do great teams do? Great teams respond. Struggled the first quarter, Palmer. They've done a great job rebounding and putting some points on the board.
You're right. I think they've started to identify the matchups that are in their favor. On this drive, they need to keep attacking, taking advantage of those matchups.
For all the star quality that USC has been built on, good offensive line, strong running game has always been a hallmark.
No doubt about it. I think they're built on, the passing game, explosive playmakers out wide, but they've always had that balance at USC. You got to have a little bit of the boring to go with the glitz and the glam.
And the Trojans getting set on 1st and 10. The run from the shotgun. defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Looking to throw, it's Mayava. Quick strike complete. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Good play by the defense. Way to wrap them up, way to know where the sticks are. Now put you in a successful position for third down. Now you can break out the fun packages, the blitzes.
And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. The Trojans line up to punt it away. And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Caught in the backfield. It's Marsh. He makes the stop, but a nice pickup there on first down. Leaves them in second and manageable. Looking to fire. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with a turnover. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll run it to the right side. Fights off the defender. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And not much running room. He had to break a tackle and still break another tackle to try to get back to the line of scrimmage. Not good blocking on the play.
But that's what coaches always emphasize, too. Never assume a teammate's going to make the tackle. You run to the ball, and they did it there.
100%, especially guys that are so big and strong and elusive nowadays. They're going to break tackles. Keep swarming, keep hitting them. Next guy, don't assume the tackle's going to be made.
They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. To the air, it's Mayava. He's got it and still on his feet. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it 1st and goal from the 1. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. He'll do it himself. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans!
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
And right down the middle. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. They'll start this drive going to the air. That's reeled in. It's Marsh. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Wide open downfield. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the 1st down.
And what a massive play for the offense. Not only getting the football across the 50, but they've now put themselves in position to steal a few more points here before the half.
This quarterback part of their running game. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. And the Spartans with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to throw, it's Childs. And that one's incomplete.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Unloads to the wideout. Catch in the middle. It's Kelly. The Spartans have a first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that play.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. They'll move the wide receiver. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. He's got it on the move. Touchdown, Michigan State. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
That's exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this second half.
He'll bring it out. It's Wormley. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, Dave?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity.
Fires the pass. Intercepted. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Boy, and that might be the break this defense needed right before the half. You're down. You need to make a play. They can't score any more points. This one could get out of hand now. You have set your offense up right before the half to maybe close this gap.
It's caught downfield. They get him down at the 36. It will be a first down. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they're trying to get more points on the board before the break. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Got it in the middle. It's Marsh. And he's brought down after a nice game. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. Right down the boulevard. It's good. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. From inside his own 15, looking for room. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. So the offense doesn't want to take a chance here. They'll just come out and take a knee and wrap up the half. As expected, they're content to run out the clock and go into halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Los Angeles. And this second half will likely come down to which offense can figure something, anything out. Take some chances, get creative. Both offensive coordinators had full heads of hair at the start of this game, but right now, they look like cue balls after one frustrating first half. And with that, let's send it back to our men inside the world-famous LA Coliseum.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. And the Trojans will kick it away to start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success. And so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
Caught behind the line. It's Belly. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and get them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Wants to throw. It's Childs. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
When you get the incompletion there on third down, you've still got a half of football basically to play. Do you trust your defense down one possession to get it back to give you a shot? If you don't, then you've got to stay out there and you've got to go for this, and you've got to dial up your best play to stay on the field.
And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. Wide open spaces. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
He stopped at the 5, but the completion sets him up for the first and goal. The Trojans have it in scoring position on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And the D deny them on second and goal. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Well, they've gotten it down to the 3, but now it's third and goal. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Looking to the end zone on third and goal. Touchdown, USC! Fired in from the red zone toward the score.
One of the areas they really focused on for this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were really disappointed not getting that first down. You can see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Stuck on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at third and long.
A really good play by this defense, seeing it, attacking it, going and getting it. Obviously, they're running the RPO. They weren't full. They played the run, came up, made a nice tackle, got the running back on the ground.
Dropping back, it's Childs. On the run, still looking. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. And the Spartans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. throws to the wideout. He makes the catch. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. He was off to the races and maybe another step or two and he would have scored, but they get him at the 21-yard line. The Spartans are moving quickly down the field. To the air on first down. Floats it out in space. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Leaves it with the running back. Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18. And the Spartans want to pick up the tempo. Leaves it with the back. Picks up enough to give them first and 10 from the 11.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front on that defensive line.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Motion from the wide receiver. Softened him up with a run. Now to throw. Couldn't quite get it into the end zone as he's run out of bounds at the 7.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense, because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him on the ground. I know they didn't give up a big, long, explosive run, but you got to get shots on this guy when you can. That time they let him get out of bounds.
He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too. Understanding the situation. It's third down. We're fine giving up completions right there. We're not giving up the first down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you've set up fourth down.
Trailing by multiple possessions in the third and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on fourth down.
Yeah, and I think those quarterback sneaks used to be for the big, strapping quarterbacks. But, man, nowadays, dude, all you got to do is fall forward, and it's such a hard play to stop. So you see this all across all levels of football, and it's just a difficult play to stop.
Can the defense stop them again on touchdown, Spartans? And the comeback is on.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
Dropping back, it's Childs. Throw to the end zone, picked off.
2-point plays, the windows are very small to throw into. That time he just tried to force it into a tiny window, ended up being picked, and the offense comes away with no points.
Bringing it back. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
This game just feels so different than it did in the first half. After that incompletion, now setting up fourth down, they only have a one-possession lead. Things were looking so much better earlier in the game. They're going to have to get it together throwing the football if they want to win this game.
Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They're dealing with a second and long. Wants to go up top. Setting up the screen. Turning on the Jets. And finally, a little production in the passing game. That has been sorely lacking in this one.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football.
And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
And a big defensive tackle getting off the rock. Nice job seeing play action, understand his pass, beats the guard, gets to the quarterback, and gets the QB on the ground.
Here comes the option. Here's the handoff. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. The Spartans will line up to punt it away. And there will be no return on this one, and he can't get it out of bounds. The ball will come out to the 20. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Hard running there. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. Didn't get much on first down and 2nd and 9. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
Well, you got to give this offense a ton of credit because normally they've got the lead because of this running back. Today, it's actually despite him. They really haven't gotten the production out of him that they expect week in, week.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. And the Trojans will try to pin them back with the punt. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Makes the catch at the 35. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Wants to go up top on first down. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, we've got a close game here at the start of the 4th quarter, right? This team obviously is down, but they're not playing it close to the vest. Being aggressive, first play of the drive, trying to throw it down the field. They're going to have to complete some of these if they're going to get this comeback win in this game.
Snagged in the middle. It's Belling. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to buck well and really protect their guy in front.
And the Spartans are in the hurry-up. They'll go to the air. using the back as a receiver on the screen. He'll come through on third down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. The Spartans are rolling down the field.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Drop back for a pickup of 4 down to the 16. Shotgun on third down. Quarterback moving. Complete along the sidelines, and that'll be good enough for the first down.
That is so deflating on defense, too, because in your own red zone, third down, you need to make a stop. You know they're going to throw to the weapon at tight end, but it's one thing to draw it up on the blackboard. It's another thing to go execute and prevent that guy from catching the ball. He's so big. He's so athletic. You could have the perfect play call on, and he's still picking up the first.
Send the tight end in motion. Little touch pass to the receiver. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders. A third and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Sparty. And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth.
And the timing had to be perfect. Down here, this close to the red zone, the windows to throw into are so small, but the quarterback, his receiver, on the same page. With that touchdown catch, they now take the lead.
Here's the snap, looking to throw. And the sticky fingers allow them to grab the two-point conversion. They march 58 yards for the touchdown on that one. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. Coming out on first down with the play fake. That's caught. It's Lane. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Gives it on the option. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
To the air, it's Mayava. Pressure coming. Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on third down. The Trojans will punt it away on fourth down. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Touchdown, Michigan State. Special teams proving to be special. He did that one all by himself. Make a few guys miss, turn on the afterburners, and boom, everybody's toast.
And that's why you got him back deep, because that guy can do that. You got to be explosive and quick and have good vision, and you see all those things on one punt return. Takes it back to the house, makes people miss, turning on the gas. Great job, great return.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Ole Miss has the lead right now, but they haven't been able to separate themselves just yet there in the Grove. They're up by 11 over Tulane. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Gets the back moving. They'll start this drive with a pass. Fires to the big fella. And this one will be stopped for no gain. And the Trojans come to the line in the hurry-up.
And his offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position. Like, you've got to trust him. He's got to come through. They got to put a few drives together here to get back in this football game.
The Trojans come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Looking for a man. It's Mayava. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. And the Trojans come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Sanders. They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. The Trojans come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Grabbed over the middle, it's Sanders. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the 1st down. Passing game kept his drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking downfield on 1st down. Using his feet to buy time. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Grabbed in the middle, it's Straka. They knock him down at the 21. It's a pickup of 5 yards on the play, and enough for a 1st down. Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires deep toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit, because even down to the last seconds in this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game long, and that's why they're winning this game.
2nd and 10, he'll throw again. He's got the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. Looking downfield, it's Mayava. Into the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Taking it the other way. They'll stop him at the 37, and the defense comes up with a big pick.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT. Finally, the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they've just...
And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
You know, could that be the play that changes the momentum now in this game? Remember, they're down, and it seems like the opponent's got this game in hand, but because of that interception, could that be the play now that generates the momentum to give them a spark to maybe come back and steal this game?
Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Caught over the middle. It's Lane. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. They're down to the 20, 1st and 10. Give to the running back. They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it. It's been that way all day. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Fires to the right. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And with the game all but decided, this quarterback will take a knee. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game, Dave. This was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses that evolve so much, they can do so many different things, and they know how to use their playmakers, get speed and space, make those big plays. So that's why offenses are ahead of defenses in this game. It was no different.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.